Hi, Thomas here. In this video I want to show you an update on the get leads while reading article I've written a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, that's just a step-by-step tutorial as per requested and kind of promised as a mistake in the last article, so here it is. So the old workflow was using Pocket, Zapier, and Sniply and Buffer. And by the way, if you don't know any of these apps, I'm gonna go through everything in this video, so don't worry about that. The new workflow will leverage the new Zapier multi-step workflow. So it's gonna be pretty cool, and everything will be set up on Zapier. You don't need a VPS, a private server, or anything. You can do everything on Zapier right now. So here it is. First of all, we're gonna read in batch in Pocket. Then we're gonna tag interesting articles. It's based on content curation. You want to read stuff and make sure it's interesting before sharing that. Then we will get a Sniply link with the CTA, then share it via Buffer. So first thing first, read in batch in Pocket. So just install it. It's free. Go to getpocket.com, install that. Install the browser widget so you can, just save everything as soon as you stumble upon, and then process that later in batch. Okay, you're gonna be just way more productive doing that. And and if you stumble upon something you think it's gonna be interesting for your audience, you just tag interesting articles, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm logged into Pocket on the web app, and now I am processing all my articles, all the stuff I need to read in batch. Okay, so I'm reading this article from Cal Newport, Right and Attention Charter, and I'm reading that stuff, and oh yeah, that's interesting for my audience. Okay, so what do? Again, I really like this process because it allows me to share with my audience stuff I have read, okay, not like randomly sharing something because the title is interesting. You're gonna have a lot of link bait and clickbait, basically bad content. You don't want to share that. So you're reading that stuff, okay, it's interesting. Let's share it with my audience. And because I wanted to go through all the workflow I've explained before, I'm not gonna just share it using the Pocket. So it's in French, and I have to change the locale of my computer right now. Anyway, I'm not gonna share everything on Facebook and Twitter directly from Pocket. Okay, I want to share it through the Sniply and Buffer workflow. So I'm gonna use the little tag here and click on that, and I'm gonna put a tag I will choose. So this one is for the TLCZ audience, basically my personal blog. So I click on TLCZ, sauvegarder means save. Yeah, you see, you get to learn some French on the video too, so that's cool. And you save, and now the element has a label, and that's done. Okay, that's all you have to do on Pocket. Okay, so we are on my iPhone now, and I want to show you how to use the Pocket app to add tags. So be careful, it's gonna be in French again, but let's imagine it's not. You can see this article, Right and Attention Charter, we just tagged. Is TLCZ tag. You can see it right across tendance, which means trending in French. And let's say I am reading this. Should you publish on Medium? Oh, okay, I'll remove that. Should you publish on Medium? So I just click on that. Read the article. Oh, interesting, top cool. I want to share it with my audience. So the tag button on the iOS app moved right there. So it's the three dots on the bottom right corner. You click on that, and you want to hit the middle button, add tags or add labels, I don't know. It's in French again, sorry about that. I'll fix that for the next videos. Anyway, I'm adding the label TLCZ, which is a popular one, so I already have like a couple of tags, but you can add your own by clicking on the text field and just add your tag, and do whatever you want. So you just add it, you click on save on the top right corner, and you're done. Now you have a tag on your list, so it's called your tag now. Basically, we want to select a tag that we will use every time we want to share the article with our workflow. Okay, so now that we've tagged an article, what we want for this article to be, we want it to be to drive traffic to us. Okay, we want to basically use that link, that content, to share it to our audience, to raise their awareness of us, stay in the top of mind, and once it's done, what we want to do is to add a layer using Sniply and putting a CTA on that. So how it's going to be? First of all, you need to sign up at Sniply. I'm pretty sure you can have a free account and still get the API access you're going to need. And we're going to create a brand and a generic CDA, like just a CDA, a call to action, so we can have your brand basically on top of the article you've just shared. So let me, I'm going to show you that right after this slide. And and you're going to need to request access to the API. So I'm going to show you the link too. Now we're on Sniply, and we want to access our dashboard. So you make sure you've created an account, you have set up everything. And I'm going to show you my dashboard very quickly and how what my CTA look like. That's my dashboard with, this is a brand new account with very little snips, and most of them are tests actually. So let me just show you what really matters here. So now that we have created an account, what we want is to have a brand and a call to action. So for the brands, we should have, Thomas Lecoz, which is basically the blog you're watching right now. And so the brand, he's kind of the big family where we will have like several CTAs. So if you have like different brands, I don't know, you might have like several projects, niche sites or whatever. You want different brands to segment everything and make sure you have everything in the right boxes. So we will take a look at the brand Thomas TLCZ basically, and just create a call to action. So you just click on this button, new call to action. I'm just going to show you how mine is configured. It's really easy, so I don't, I won't bore you to death with that. And you can have a look at the well done documentation on Sniply to understand how to configure yours properly. But basically, here is how mine is set up. So if I click on the cog and click on manage, I should. Okay, so absolutely not. Edit call to action. This is what I was looking for. So edit call to action, and here is mine. So basically everything you will share using Sniply will have this overlay on top of it, and your profile picture and a custom message with a custom call to action. So this is what I use. So I use a button basically, but you can use form or so I don't want the hidden one, but a text link or form to collect emails, for instance, right away, which is pretty cool. I'm just using a button to drive traffic to my landing page. So I just click button, and then you can configure your text. So it's a very basic one. I haven't split tested it yet, and it's probably gonna change by the time you see this video. But mine says, want to get started with automating tasks in your business? Click here, get a free consultation. And I'm gonna remove that because I don't do free consultations anymore. Get a consultation, and so that's very simple, and it's really, and you can see it's driving traffic to a landing page I have to book consultations. And by doing that, everything I will share and use my workflow for will basically have this overlay and try to convert part of the traffic that's clicking on my links to my landing pages, which in turn we try to convert them into clients. So continue, you can customize a lot of stuff. I'm not, I'm really a bad artist, so I won't play around with colors and stuff. I might put some red in it, but I don't know, I like the blue. I think they've done good by default choices. So yeah, that's done. You have your call to action done, and we actually don't want to create a link because we're gonna use Zapier to do that and to post it to Buffer. So anyway, once you're done, once you have a brand and the link, you have everything you need to play around with the API. So the next thing you need to do is go to, so you can type on Google Sniply request API access, and you should find in your results, this one. So Sniply does /API/v2, and you click on the big green button, request access to the API. And it's basically gonna open your email client, and you can copy and paste this article address. So either the YouTube video or the article you're watching it on, and just say, yeah, you're trying to do just, like that. So you need an API access to do that stuff. So you're going to receive, unless, I'm shooting this video, we are February in 2016. This might change. The date will change for sure, but the process to request access and to get the auth token and campaign ID will change. Right now, they are delivering the API access one by one, per request, just to understand more about the usage and get information on how their product is used. But I'm pretty sure they're going to end up, like everyone else on the web, having a more automated setup. Okay, so we need to do two technical things. The first thing is really, if you're not technical at all, ask for someone's help. Okay, this is going to be a little bit technical, and right now it's just it's just made for developers. So if you don't have a developer friend, you can find someone really cheap on Upwork. It's less than an hour's work. Like it's barely 5 minutes if someone knows what he's doing, maybe 10. And it's just a matter of doing some HTTP requests. So just ask for someone competent in HTTP request forging or curl, CURL, and you'll find suitable freelancers for your problem. But basically, what you want to do is follow those instructions. Okay, so if it's English for you enough, go for it. It's not that complicated if you've already built some stuff online and needed to use curl or something like that. But you still need to forge some requests or build a form or something. Anyway, that's just not done by Sniply yet. So yeah, basically you want to follow the steps and get this access token. Okay, this is the first thing we will need, and we will need to put in our Zapier script. The second thing we need is a campaign ID. So on the Sniply dashboard, you've created your CTA if you followed my instructions so far. So you just go back to the dashboard, and in the dashboard you want to click on manage and call to actions. Okay, so I just have one right now running, which is want to get started with automating tasks. So you basically do right click on that, inspect, and you want to grab this ID. So you're gonna have a lot of interesting stuff here, and you're gonna have iframe class blah 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 src equals /preview /campaign, and you have this really weird number here. So you just click on that. I'm using Chrome, by the way, Chrome browser, but Firefox has a code inspector or something, so it should work too. But basically you want to grab this /campaign/ and this is the campaign ID here. So you just copy and paste that stuff, and keep that in your notepad, and you'll put that in the Zapier script I'm showing you after that. So again, this is like the most complicated part. So this part is okay, I guess. Everybody can do that. The other part is getting access to the access token. Okay, so now we have everything is set up except the buffer account. Some people I've heard, especially like a comment on the previous article, people asked if we could dodge the buffer. Yes, you can. I think you can dodge the buffer. The thing is, I want to automatically share at the best time. So I would recommend you, and this is like the idea is to be like completely hands off from I read to I get people on my landing page or I get emails. So yeah, just connect to Buffer, bring your account in. I'm going to show you how I've connected my LinkedIn account, And once it's set up, we're gonna have some fun with Zapier. Here is a quick overview of my Buffer account. So it's a free account on this one. I just have my LinkedIn and Twitter accounts linked to Buffer. For those of you who don't know Buffer is basically a tool that helps you schedule your content on social media, basically, and share it, at the best time possible, the best time for your audience to read it, so, and to engage with it. So yeah, I just have LinkedIn and Twitter connected right now because my Twitter is just super dead. So I want to revive it with my content curation, and my LinkedIn account, because LinkedIn is really good for when you're targeting businesses, and this is what I'm targeting with my services. So my LinkedIn is definitely connected to Buffer, and I'm gonna try to pop up my Twitter too. And this is just what you need. So just create a free account on Buffer, connect the accounts you want to use my workflow and my automation piece on. And once it's done, just just go to the next step. Once you have your Buffer account, just go to the next step. It's gonna be fairly easy using Zapier now. So now I'm going to show you the multi-step process using the new Zapier feature, and this is pretty cool. I'm going to show you how exactly you can automate all that stuff. So we have all the bricks. Now we're gonna put the cement, the glue, and basically automate and transform our content curation in a lead generation process. Okay, so let's create a multi-step Zaps. It's a brand new feature, so I'm really happy to to use that right now. It's really helpful. The thing it helps with is organizing stuff, and I figured out ways by playing a bit more with Zapier. I figured out ways where I didn't need like as much stuff and tools that I've used before, but it's like much cleaner now with the multi-step Zaps. So let me show you how we're gonna build this this lead generation tool. So basically what we want to do is make a new Zap, and you're gonna need a premium account for that. The multi-steps Zaps are not available for free accounts. So you want to hook your Pocket. Okay, first thing first, Pocket, set up this step. Choose a trigger. We want to use the new tagged item. So why tagged and why not favorite and stuff? So I've shown you how to use tags. The thing is, using tags, you can manage several brands and have this kind of a script for different brands. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So if you're reading your Pocket and you see, oh, this thing could really interest my audience on this business or on this niche site, then you can use a tag for this site. And have custom workflows for every type of site, which is pretty cool. If you're using favorites or if you're using archive will basically mean everything you archive will go through this process and go on your social media, which is not, it's not optimum. And favorites, same thing, it doesn't fit as well as the tags in the usage. So basically, just connect your Pocket account. So everything is linked, but you might have to, to connect your account, enter your password, and log in for each apps. But it's fairly easy and just point and click. So I won't guide you step by step for that. Basically, connect your Pocket account, select the new tagged item as a trigger, choose your account, save and continue. And now they're gonna ask to test this step. Define the tag. So as we said, we use the TLCZ tag. So for this one, I'm just gonna use a demo tag because the TLCZ is already set on my Zapier account. But basically, demo tag, they're gonna ask for a demo tag thing on your Pocket. So I'm just gonna connect to my Pocket account and tag something with a demo tag. It's loading. Okay, so let's say right attention. Okay, this one again. Paste. I'm gonna remove TLTZ because I don't want it to share. And save. And now that it's done, so I've just added a tag, the demo tag, and just click on fetch and continue. So test successful. That's cool. Continue. And now what you want to do is you want to go to built-in apps. Okay, so you scroll down, built-in apps and code, and now you just copy and paste. So run Python because the piece of code I've written is in Python, and from there you will just build the screen I'm gonna build for you. So let me just load my other Zap. Yep. Okay, so you want to build this screen. So basically the code you just have to copy and paste from a site and change the auth token, Snipply, and the campaign ID with the values you retrieved on the previous step. And now you want to build URL, image, excerpt, and title. And you want to fill those fields with the values pocket send. So okay, so result URL, that's cool. Image is image src, excerpt is excerpt, and title is given title. Okay, what this script you've copied and pasted will do is basically take this URL and send it through Snipply and get back the Snipply link, which will allow us to share not the classic URL article, but the Snipply with the overlay and the call to action. Okay, so once this is done, and make sure you've changed the auth token Snipply and the campaign ID with the values again you've retrieved, the rest should stay as is. And basically once it's done, you just go to the next step. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to make sure that the test goes successful. So basically you can control that by going to your Snipply account and make sure that the script just sent the article you've tagged on Pocket and created a snip. So if you go to your dashboard, manage Snipply links, if you go there, you should see the last one is the Cal Newport article I've just shared, and you can probably copy and paste that. So let me open that in a new link tab. Yep, we have the Cal Newport article. We have my overlay there and the link to my landing page. So that's pretty cool. It's working. So now it's done. So we know. So far, what we're doing is tagging an item on Pocket, sending it to Snipply, and getting back the link with the CTA. Okay. So now we want. Oh shit. So basically, we want not. You don't want to click on finish. You want to click on add a step, and this is like the new use of the multi-step. And now we want to push that to buffer, and it's really easy. You just have to click on buffer and add to buffer, save and continue. It's gonna connect to your account, so it might ask you for your accounts, and pretty sure this is one. And you're in. So I'm gonna use just my LinkedIn account for this one, but it's simpler for this video that's starting to be a bit long, and I want to bore you guys to death. So now you want to go to so what's going to be the text of what you're sharing. So I like to use this structure, like having the title that is usually kind of a click worthy title, URL, which is our Zapier, the Snipply URL, and the excerpt, which will be anyway cut if it's too long. So just go on this, click on this button, and so you can do two things. My script actually, it's return everything, so you can do everything from there. But you can also grab information from Pocket if you want to add different stuff. But anyway, we're gonna start with the title. Then we want to put the URL. So I put a colon in here to drive kind of the click. Then you want the URL, the Snipply one, you can see here. Then I add the excerpt, so I put a dash between and just click on excerpt. Okay, so that's done. I like to add a photo URL because you know that photos get more clicks. When you have a publication with photos, you get more clicks. So I just go to image right there. And top and now is just two features from Buffer that allows you to So top helps you, puts that on top of your buffer. So this will be the next publication, and now is just you publish now. Okay, so you kind of shortcut the buffer thing that will schedule to specific times. So I don't recommend that here. Okay, click on continue, and then it should be done. So yep, okay, create. So now if I go to my buffer account, let me yes, and my buffer account, I can see this publication with the photo, and I can see this link too. So if I copy and paste, so now it's a Buffly link, because buffer will allow you to have statistics on clicks and engagement, but you can see that it's still working, it's still my Snipply link, and that's it. So now we click on finish. You name your Zap, whatever, magic reading. Don't really care about that. If you have folders and stuff, and make sure you put it on. Okay, so it's active. So now every time you're gonna tag an item on your Pocket with the tag you've specified at the beginning of the tag of the Zap, you're gonna have this setup working, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, so that's it. I hope this video is helpful. This is a new format for me, so let me know. Also let me know if my accent is too crappy too, and I should hire someone to do this video for me. And if it's if you get value from that, so let me know. I'd be happy to try to produce more video. And keep in mind that this is just my usage of that script. I'm pretty sure you could be much smarter and have have more fun. So for instance, I don't use the on Snipply, I don't use the email opt-in form directly inside the CTA. I'm pretty sure you could directly collect emails even if you don't have landing pages, or if you don't have a website. You can definitely start building your mailing list without anything like that, just by sharing relevant content and building your mailing list on the background. So there's a ton of applications of that stuff, and I'd be super happy, just leave a comment somewhere, and I'd be super happy to see what you've done with that, and maybe to showcase you guys. So let me know what you do with that, and let me know what you think. See you next time, and have fun.